Yo, it's Kwame Selassie, the Black Baby Jesus here with a video. Today I want to talk about consciousness, something that I talk about a lot. Just wrote a quick thread on it actually. The more and more I understand consciousness, the more I become aware of life and everything that is within this, the more I start to realize that God is consciousness. It is the very light that's within us all. It's the awareness that we should have that makes us better, that drives us forward as a whole entire human race. And when you start to sit there and spend time thinking, the more you get past all the distractions in life and everything that is here to keep us from thinking, the more you shut all that off and start thinking, the more you become aware, and the more conscious you become, and the more intrigued you are with the actual world, the actual life around us, as opposed to the bubbles we create, right? So God is consciousness, and the more conscious we become, the more close we are to that light, to the light which I call God, the source that gives us all life, that is within us all. And the more I understand the story of Christ, which is really a fantastic metaphor for consciousness, and how when consciousness is born, when people get knowledge and they have empathy with that knowledge. Because when you have knowledge and empathy, what happens is you see something and you know something, and you have to say something or do something, because there's a power that's moving you to help people that are suffering from certain things, or things basically you wouldn't want to be done unto you. You simply just begin to recognize these things are harming people and doing things to people, and because you immediately put yourself in their shoes, because you have empathy. You say, you know what, I wouldn't want this to happen to me. I wouldn't want XYZ. I wouldn't want ABC. Whatever that is, that's negative, that you wouldn't want to be done unto you, you can't allow it anymore, because you put yourself, you're able to transfer your consciousness to put yourself in someone else's shoes. So when you have empathy and when you have knowledge, you have Christ. Christ is then born in you, and you begin to live a different life. You don't have this ego anymore, because it's not this thing driving you to live for yourself. It's driving you to live for the all, for everybody around you. And that is the level of consciousness you have to be able to make an impact in the world. And that's the level of consciousness that Jesus had in the story. He had this consciousness that continued to drive him forward to do what is ultimately good for the all. And that's why you have the sacrifice of his life. So this is what we have to evolve to and grow up to, is not being afraid to know certain things, to explore and be aware of it. That's what kind of caps off consciousness. It kind of keeps us from being conscious when we don't want to go to where our mind won't normally go. We don't want to expand our consciousness. We would rather just keep things comfortable. Oh, I'm okay with this belief. Or I'm okay with that. Da, 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 da. You never want to look at the other side. It always creates arguments and things like that. So just know that you don't have to change your belief about things because you're learning about something else. You don't have to. That's a choice you make based on the knowledge you have and you have gained, and that truth that you seek. But what we got to understand is that we must expand consciousness in order to make the world a better place. So all I talk about is expanding consciousness. If people don't like that, that's just something that they're not ready to see, and that's okay. But at the same time, I'm going to continue to spread consciousness, because that's what I do. So this is Kwame Selassie, Black Baby Jesus, with a quick talk to help spread consciousness and awareness, so that people can go on their own journey in their own quest of consciousness, instead of continuing to be in a bubble that even social media keeps us in. So all right, y'all be easy. Peace.